Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thelma's podcast. Now, I work in a school. Today, my guest is one of my colleagues. So, Synai works with me, all right, for safeguarding reason and things. I can't tell you the school, okay? So, one thing I like about him, in our school, is a technician in the music department. And I realized he's actually talented. He's actually a musician. He's actually an artist. And I'm like, hang on. I'm doing a podcast and I want you to come on. And it was like, yeah, of course, sure, I'll do it for you. I mean, this guy's got a heart of gold. He's so sweet, so lovely, always wanting to help. In fact, today, I had some student asking me for something, and I was like, I can't just be like, oh, yeah, you just get on with it. When you work in a school, you are at the service of the students, even when some of them don't treat you nicely. Anyway, so I thought, let me see what they're looking for. And then I saw him, then I was like, oh, listen. And I knock on the door and I'm like, oh, listen, can you please help me with this situation? He did it, even though he was in class helping. He came out of his way to help me. And I said, listen, thank you, and I'm so sorry to disturb you, but he's always so helpful, always so giving, always so generous. I don't really know what else to say about this guy. He's going to join us now. For me is in case you request to join me as well, okay? So said a lot of nice things about you, but he's talented, he's a technical genius, he's like a go with the flow type of person, he's so sweet and generous. I forgot where he's from. Oh goodness. Lithuania, I think. I hope so. I'm right. I hope so. All right. So yeah, so he's gonna join us slowly, surely. Okay. Oh, so nice. Where did you go? Come back, come back. Please come back. 1 second. Hello, come back. Did I say him right this time? All right. Let me see. Okay. I hope it's gonna work. Oh, okay. Okay. Lovely. You're right. Yes. We're gonna talk to my colleague today, Kumba. Yes. I can't wait for you to meet him. And thank you for your support as well. Yeah, it really touches me a lot. Okay, so Nias, you need to join me. Okay, and you also need to request to join me. All right. Let's try that one more time, okay? I hope you work. Thank you, Kumar. We need to meet up. I think you live in Manchester, is that correct? Do you still live in Manchester? All right. Come back to London. Come back to London. We need you in London. We miss you. Okay? Maybe you don't miss the noise. I don't blame you, to be honest with you. All right. Let me see what's going on here. And you see, the funny thing is, to do an Instagram live is not hard. London is a mess. What do you mean London is a mess now? What makes you say that? I'm actually fighting for London. What makes you say that? I'm in in Manchester. Well, is Manchester better? Yeah? Oh, let's see. How can we make it work? Right, so nice. Can you request to join? All right, I've invited you. I know. I have to say you're right. People are surviving in London, I believe you. Hey, Synai.
There we go.
Hey, are you on your laptop?
No, I have to do it on my phone.
But the thing is, some people actually did it on the laptops. I don't know how it works. So you can't join live. Is that what it is? You can't join live when you go on the laptop.
Not from Google Chrome, at least.
Sorry. Anyway, welcome, Synai. Please back me up. You're from Lithuania, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Because if I don't know my colleague, Don't be wrong. So you are a technician. No, I mean, listen, you told me that many times you even brought food from your country. So if I got imagine say he's Russian or he's Croatian, I'll be so messed up. I'm like, I work with somebody for more than a year now, and I
Yeah.
don't know you. That'd be embarrassing. But I was saying that honestly, Sanayas, you're one of the nicest person I worked with. You're always
Oh,
so
you're
generous,
too
always.
kind.
But it's true. I mean, look at today. I had two students, and I even told our other colleague, look, I had this student come in, and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, I can't just leave them there.
Yeah,
I said, I want to find for help. And I saw you. You were actually in class, and you came out to help me. I mean,
yeah.
a lot of people, oh, look, they always say, oh, I'm busy right now. I can't do it. But you always come out of your way to help. Listen, you are a gem. You are a treasure. We need more than you. We need 5 or 6 or 10, 1,000 of you, 1,000,000 of you.
All I'm doing is my job. You know, I am but a humble man trying to help other people out. That's all it is.
Honestly, we are lucky to have you. Exactly. So, Sanayas, so you are at where we work. You are a technician. Is that correct? Is a musical technician or just a technician?
So, my full position is a music and drama technician.
Okay, lovely. And see, the thing is, I never knew. I thought you knew about technical stuff, but one day I caught you, playing guitar. I'm like, wait, there are some people that kind of like touch a guitar out of nowhere and do nonsense,
Mm.
but you were actually playing it. So when did you start with your musical journey? How did that started for you?
So, for me, I always feel like I have the best story for how I first started the guitar.
Yeah.
And the way that it all happened was that me and my mum were just sitting down and flicking through this Argos catalog, and we got to the instrument section, and I was like, Mum, I want that, I want it, and I'm pointing at like a classical guitar,
Yeah.
and yeah, she said, okay, if I get you this, you have to promise me that you'll go to music lessons and you actually, pursue this. And I'm like, yeah, I just want the guitar, you know. And yeah, she got me the guitar, and yeah, here I am. I'm still playing the guitar. I played the tuba eventually as well. Yeah.
So how long is that story from? How long ago
So
was this?
so when I'm saying when I was a child, I was roughly 5 or 6.
Wow. For
Yeah,
5 or 6, and you've been playing guitar since then.
mm, kind of. So it's always been on off.
Hmm.
So I played with one teacher for I think 5 years, then they had to go. And then I was with another teacher for like a year and a half before they moved as well. And then I was with a third teacher for 5 years as well.
Mm.
Um, and it was that last teacher that really got me into like guitar playing just as an
Yeah,
art more than just playing an instrument. Like I found um I almost found like my own style
yeah.
through him.
Oh, that's amazing. So what type of what type of musical genre do you like or you listen to?
So so the main thing that I listen to is EDM, so electronic dance music.
Mm-hmm.
And the main artist that I listen to and want to kind of make music similar to is an artist called San Holo. And what he does
Mm.
is mix electric guitar parts and acoustic guitar parts within electronic elements
Mm.
that makes a really harmonious and beautiful and emotional type of music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you are, I mean, from what I remember, you play in a band, is that correct?
So I play in two church bands
Okay.
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
One is a youth band for a youth events that happen every Friday called Apex Youth.
Mm-hmm.
It runs in my church and it's incredible. I've only just started,
Wow.
but it's really amazing and eye-opening how engaged these young people really are towards like praise and worshiping God and listening to the word of God as well.
That's fantastic. So are you a Christian? Are you Catholic?
I'm a Protestant, but I go to a
You
oh
go to a church?
oh my days, I can't remember what the word is.
Don't
Um,
worry too much about it. You're a Protestant.
yeah,
So what I wanted to ask you as well, I love the record that you have is called The Story of a Broken Man.
yeah.
Can you tell me why that is sounds so sad? I mean, what inspired you? What happened? Can you tell us a little bit story? Oh, is that the word?
So, yeah, Pentecostal. Thank you,
Oh,
Maria.
thank you. Oh, is that Maria? Hey,
Yeah.
Maria. Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, so I had so many questions. I said to myself, I am not gonna ask you today at work,
Mm,
but can you tell us a little bit about the story behind that title, that music? What
yeah.
inspired you? What happened?
So, first of all, it started off as my university project. So, my end of year project for third year was to create a EP. So, at first, it was just that. I was just pursuing on finishing that. But then I chose to put even more time after my degree to really sit down and concentrate on what I wanted from those songs because I really enjoyed making those songs, but I wanted more from
Mm-hmm.
them. And I produced those songs to the best of my abilities back then. Ever since then, I've managed to learn more, do more, and I feel like my production has developed a lot more as well. Um, New music, hopefully very soon. I've got stuff on the works. Um, but yeah, the whole idea behind a story of a broken man was literally going through like different stages of how a depressed man would be, and just kind of going through different emotions as well. So we start off with I'm trying to remember the exact order. Um, I believe it's first of all it's an overview of the man. The second song is out my glitch piece where we really get to listen in on how crazy this guy really is, and the production behind that is actually really fun. I really enjoyed that part most of all. The story behind it is great as well.
Yeah.
Um, I can go more into it just in a moment. The third song in the piece was meant to be um, a friend's perspective who has also started to have feelings for this person as well.
Mm.
Um, and then the last song is the man has, let's say, has gone to a church, for example, and has chosen to accept that what he has done is clearly wrong and it's clearly affected his friends, his family groups, and so on and so forth. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's the idea behind it.
So this whole process of creating your EP, was it more for school, like for you to get your grades, or was it like a healing process? Which one?
So, it started off being this project that I just wanted to get done. But the more I did it, the more I put myself into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it felt very healing
Mm-hmm.
and quite intimate. But I was very happy with sharing it with other people and seeing what they thought and what I should add and what type of emotion I should really focus on for XYZ song.
Yeah, I mean the one thing that I used to study at uni because I did filmmaking
Mm,
and I also did a bit of journalism. Uh,
mm,
it's really how the thing with media is how to connect with people.
yeah,
So let's say you did something completely weird that's got nothing to do with human experience, people wouldn't buy into that. People wouldn't care. But I like
yeah,
that I mean, when I saw that cover, you're a nice person, friendly. I'm like, this sounds like a bit of depressing. But then when I heard
yeah,
it, I feel there was a meaning, there was something. I feel like it's you speaking through your music. I don't know how to explain, but it's like you
yeah,
communicating. So it feels so. How does it feel to have this out? Like you create this, you take time. How does it feel to have your
yeah.
EP?
I mean, it feels nice. The main thing I feel is if I can connect with one or two people from what I've made,
Hmm.
I feel like my job as an artist is basically complete. You know,
Yeah.
the main purpose of creating music or media just in general is to be able to connect with people. And if I have done that, then that's it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So,
And have you thought? I mean, I don't like to say it like that. I like what you do at school, but have you thought of doing music, only music, breathe, eat, sleep, music only, and nothing else? Have you thought about that?
I mean, that's the dream. That's always the dream.
Okay.
So at the moment, the day job is necessary to be able to have steady
Hmm.
income. But yeah, as long as I continue um, having projects, releasing them, and collaborating with more people, yeah, hopefully I can turn that dream into a reality.
Yeah. And sorry to ask you that, maybe you don't know, but why is it hard for artists to actually go out there and make it? Why is it hard? Why is it not an easy process?
If it was easy, everyone would do it,
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know?
It's true. You're right. You have
It's
the talent. You have the talent. You have
yeah,
the imagination, the creativity.
yeah.
So what do you think could be the catalyst for you to actually make that dream a reality?
I think similarly with any influencer trying to make it into and the industry, whether that be music, film, books, or gaming, for example, let's say. You have to do something consistently to be able to grow a big enough audience for you to get recognized by the XYZ big company to then be able to live out your dream. That's the best way that I can really explain it. Because without a big audience, you're not able to stay financially stable, and that's what everyone kind of needs at this point of time. Everyone needs financial stability to be able to, do mundane
Yeah,
things.
it's true.
But
Sad reality.
but whilst you're doing that day-to-day job, it's the side hustle that you put in, and through that side hustle, slowly it becomes your main hustle, and you have no reason to continue doing um, a day job, an 8 to 4 in our case, or a
Yes.
9 to 5,
Yeah.
you know, and that's something for the future.
And in your department, I'm a big fan of the music department. Have you guys? If I was creative in that way, like
Mm.
musically, I'm sure I would have worked with you guys. Well, I will work together, but you know what I mean. Have you thought of one day, I don't know, performing with some people from your department? Have you guys thought about that?
Um, there's always been talks. So me and, for example, the Perry teachers that we have in our one-to-one tutors,
Mm-hmm.
we, yeah, we do sometimes just talk about the idea of starting a project or just collaborating together on something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our biggest issue is timetabling that type of thing because we have so many either gigs or rehearsals or performances coming up. It's very difficult to find or make time for that. But it is something that we all want to definitely do together. Like the technician before me, he's currently our piano tutor.
Mm.
He has his own studio where he's built a few onboard like compressors, reverbs,
Mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth. And like he's built a space where he can one day just work in that space,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and similarly, well, not really similarly, I have a much smaller type of studio space. It's a it's as home studio as it gets. I have microphones for guitars, vocals. I have an audio interface. I have a keyboard, and I have good monitors and a good pair of headphones to be able to at least start up. But hopefully the idea is to eventually have my own well, yeah, the idea is to have my own house where I have a dedicated room or a shared room with my fiance um, for a studio, and that's where I would work, and no one can tell me otherwise, and
This time,
hopefully just get paid like that by the hour by using my space, and
yeah,
that's it. You know.
it will happen. Honestly, Sanaya,
Yeah.
even you. I mean, you're such a genius. I want to ask, so technical. Where did the skills come from?
Where did the skills come from?
Yes, like you know all the ins and outs of technical stuff. So can you please tell me where does that skill come from?
Um, so the more like the software side of things, so on the computer, that type of stuff is from just college, university, and myself just learning what does what. And it's a rinse and repeat process of the more I use this, the more I understand what it does.
Mm-hmm.
So how to properly use reverbs, delays, compressors, and for example, how to best deal with annoying sounds. So, for example, I had this one student who had a very annoying ring in one of her drums. Yeah, for one of the drum sets that she's using in her composition.
Mm-hmm.
And so I heard this and I told this to her. Listen, you have a very annoying ring, and I'll explain you how to get rid of it, and then I will show you the difference between when it's fixed and when it's not
Yeah.
fixed. And fortunately, it's a very easy thing. Um, all you do is find the frequency and you just lower it. Pretty much it. And it's very like it's very clear when you listen back to it how different it is, for example. But again, that's just a case of trial, error, and figuring things out. The more practical side of things, so repairing guitars, amplifiers, microphones, cables, jack XLRs. Um, I'll be honest, I don't know. Most of it is guess. um, most most of the time it is just right. This used to look like this. I now need to recreate it, and yeah, I it gets repaired. But stuff like microphones I've never repaired. So it's just the I find either a help guide online, or sometimes there's videos on YouTube that people are repairing. It's normally not the same microphone that I'm trying to repair, but I get the gist of what I need to do and what needs to be done. And then, especially with amplifiers are the worst to repair because there's so many different components and you don't really know what you're looking for. And so again, it's a similar thing. Looking online, finding something that's very similar and very relevant to what you're trying to repair, and then you just have to do it. You have to see what you do is correct and do it safely, you know.
Yeah,
Try not to electrocute yourself.
is that what would be your advice for aspiring artists like yourself? What would be your advice? Well, one key advice for young people.
Have a good timetable, have a good schedule, and making sure that you're continuously motivated to do what you're trying to do. If it's playing the guitar, then to make sure that you put minutes or hours into practice. So, and same with any other musical instrument. With production, just making sure that you're continuously making projects, if they're good, if they're bad. And I think the most important thing is how to stay creative on social media platforms. I find that part is the most challenging for me, at least. I'm still trying to figure out how to get really creative on social media. That's why at the moment I'm just posting a cover here and there. But I have an idea. I just need to do it maybe 3 or 4 times without posting it, and then once I feel confident with it, start posting. So
Sounds good.
yeah,
Yeah, so you
yeah.
have to really be organized. That, like you said, because this podcast, people think in their minds, oh, I'm just going live, talk to people, and that's it. No,
Yeah.
and I have a planner. I write the date, I write the time. You have to be consistent because it's all about schedule. It's all about making time for things. Because if you don't, everything's all over the place and nothing. You need to build up, not just not be consistent. One day here, one day there. I agree
Yeah.
with you. You need to have a plan. You need to have a schedule because otherwise. So I'm so glad that things are working out for you. So you need to make sure you send me all the links. So Spotify, you're also on Apple, right?
Yes, so my music is on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music.
I love Amazon
Yeah,
Music.
I think those are the three major platforms everyone uses. My music's also on Tidal in case anyone does use it. The only platforms that my music is not on at the moment, at least, is SoundCloud and YouTube. I am going to make a YouTube channel soon.
I think you should. So this is your New Year resolution.
Yes.
A YouTube channel. I think that's a great platform. So I want to say a big thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure. Okay, and I'll see you on Monday. All right.
Yes. See you on Monday.
Bye bye. Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.